Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Hello and welcome to the Irish in the UK. Coming up on the show this week, we are at Stockport County Football Club to find out about the wonderful donation and the great support that they are giving to the NHS. We'll be having some music from Nathan Carter. But first up, we're off to meet Daniel Coyle, the head teacher at Newman Catholic College in Willesden in London. The college is based in one of the poorest parts of London, but Danny and his wonderful staff are doing a great job in keeping the college at the forefront of education in London.
I've worked in Willesden. I know the poverty in this area is very high. But when you're faced with the reality of people that you teach every day, have families that you know for many, many years, in some cases, actually struggling to feed themselves and their children on a day-to-day basis, it hit us really, really hard. So we began very quickly to put out feelers for help with the organisations that we work with, that relationships we have through different stakeholders and partners in the community and the church. And secondly, we began to enact a programme of support ourselves to make sure that those families got food, got meals, and in many cases got cash as well. During the lockdown, we've had about 50 children who are entitled to come to school every day according to government guidelines. In other words, children of key workers. So we've got many children here whose mums or dads work in the NHS, frontline staff who also work in the supermarkets or drive buses or drive lorries around the place. And we have a number of children who are deemed vulnerable. Now, out of that 50, on average, we've had about 20 children a day come to us from March the 20th. And the day is essentially broken up between work, school work, which is online, which their peers would do at home, and they're doing it in school, and then mixed up with lots of sport, socially distanced sport, of course, and then things like cooking and woodwork and metalwork and painting and art, anything to try to keep the day engaged and fun and happy for them as they go through these last 3 or 4 months. The school obviously was staffed by volunteer teachers. They would come in on a rota basis to make sure that the whole thing kept going. What we've seen in recent weeks, of course, is those numbers are slowly edging up. As families who are suffering stress from the lockdown, many families in this area live in small houses and have large families, so it's challenging for them to have the same level of well-being perhaps as families in less underprivileged areas would be. The key thing for us when we realised that people were struggling for food was to address the question of how we're going to feed them. We have many, many, many strong relationships with different community groups in this part of Brent, northwest London, to ensure that, again, people can be fed. So, for example, we have a very strong relationship with a local Indian Hindu kitchen a community kitchen which was set up on the back of the at the start of the virus. They produce 2,500 meals a day for families in this area. We send and we pay for a driver to go up there every day to collect a couple of hundred meals. They bring them back here, and then we disseminate and spread that food around to a local Catholic church in Willesden, to various different schools in this area, Queen's Park School, St Joseph's Primary School, to a number of community organisations, my Romania community, whose members are really struggling with the lockdown. And then, of course, once all those have been fed, and they spread it out amongst their own community, we give it to our families. So every day at 3:30, myself and a number of colleagues jump in the car, or the minibus sometimes, and we just drive around the area, knocking on doors of families from this school, and we give them food. Ready-made, often delicious Indian vegetarian meals, and hundreds of families are benefiting from that every single week. And the wonderful thing about having such good community relations with different religious and ethnic groups is it opens the doors. So through our relationship with the Community Response Kitchen, which was the name of the Indian organisation I referred to earlier on, we were contacted by a Muslim organisation, the Al-Nur Mosque organisation, based here in northwest London, and they asked could they use our kitchen, our school kitchen. Now remember, Martin, schools are taxpayer-funded organisations. Our school kitchen had been sitting empty since March the 20th. And these people, the Al-Nur Mosque, wanted to feed the Muslim community of this part of London in the run-up to Ramadan. We said yes unhesitatingly. And over a period of 3 or 4 weeks, we had dozens of Muslim chefs and Muslim volunteers coming into our kitchen, cooking fantastic food, again, for their Muslim community. And when we, of course, took some of the food off them and added that to our general distribution network, which after 2 or 3 weeks of the lockdown was really quite smooth. You know, it took a bit of time to get a good driver, to get a good system working out where everybody's getting fed. But by the 3rd or 4th week, it was and is running really smoothly because of the money and support that the Catholic Church has given us to enable that to go on. So I can say now quite confidently, after 9 or 10 weeks of the lockdown, there are hundreds of families related to this school because their children go here, who are getting fed because of the work of this school and the work of the support from Caritas, from Westminster, from the Hindu-Muslim support, who are getting fed who otherwise wouldn't be. But it just exemplifies the role that a Catholic school in an inner city area with the political and moral will to make a change and do good can make.
Fantastic work, Daniel. Now, as we come out of lockdown, where does this leave families going forward?
Okay, it's a huge area of concern, because what we're finding now, as potentially some of the anxieties over the lockdown began to diminish a little bit, the whole question of food poverty and poverty more generally is really once again beginning to raise its head. I can't see a situation, Martin, where the lockdown does decrease over the next few weeks and months, and all of a sudden those issues that have been so painful and so difficult for families to overcome in the last few months are going to disappear or evaporate overnight. If anything, I think you could argue that we need to maintain this level of support for hard-up families in this part of London. Now, to that extent and to that end, we are planning, first of all, to continue our work. You know, the relationship with the mosque, where I'm going this afternoon for the meeting about how we can continue this. Our relationship with the Community Response Kitchen in North Brent, which is now moving to a different part of the borough and trying to extend its work out into more pastoral support for the Indian community. Our relationship with the local church and the local schools, and the support offered by Brent and the Catholic Church, that will continue, because it has to continue. We are currently working on a plan, for example, to try to do something over the summer holidays. Now, this area of Brent, Willesden, is an area where the death rate, sadly, is amongst the highest in the country. Now, we need to support each other. We can't walk away as schools over the next 6 weeks of the summer holidays and pretending that these issues are going to go away. So this school, I know many other schools, are currently lobbying the DfE for extra funding so we can run high-quality summer programmes in this school on the basis of what we're trying to call a recovery curriculum. You know, it's not English, maths and science at the moment. It's how are you? How can we look after you? Do you need bereavement counselling? How's your mental health? What is the level of your well-being? To try and take away some of the trauma that our young people and our community in general has suffered from. And if we don't get that support, and if we're not able to put things in place, I can genuinely see that the pain and the misery and the distress that these past few months have caused through illness, through the lockdown, through financial difficulties, this issue will never go away. And again, I've got to repeat, it's a prime opportunity for Catholic schools to play out and carry out what we believe to be the common good. And the common good is following the papal imperative to look after the poor, to do everything we can to look after the poor and improve the quality of their lives. And in schools like this, based in areas like this, we are in a prime position to fulfil what we see as that moral obligation.
Daniel, I believe you've been involved in the cooking here as well at the school, and I believe that you've made a lovely sponge cake.
I've been involved in the cooking. We had many competitions and we enjoyed it very well. I made a nice Victoria sponge cake with jam and lots of sweets in it. I wasn't the winner, but it's all about taking part.
It is, absolutely. And how many of you was in the bake-off, let's say?
I'll say roughly 10 people,
Right.
including
Okay.
a few teachers.
So Kai, tell me a little bit about your time here at Newman College.
Newman Catholic College is a great school. You have great learning. I came here in year 7. At the first day I was a bit nervous, but got to know the right friends and kind of be here where I am today. Good speaker, positive, and yeah, that's really it.
What do you think about all the work that you've been doing in helping out the community with distributing food?
I like giving back to the community because the community gives us things.
Do you like coming to school here, Daniel?
Yes, I do. There's great teachers here. We get to have lots of fun. Education, cooking. We still do most of the lessons that we would have normally.
What would you like to do in life?
I'm not really sure about that yet. I'm waiting for the right time to make the right decision.
And Kai, you've got a little bit of an Irish connection in your household, haven't you? Tell me about that.
Yeah, my mum's half Irish. We have family in Cork that live in Ireland. They own a farm, and I've heard positive things about Ireland, so I'm really eager to go and visit. I was going to go in summer, but because of obviously the coronavirus, I can't go now, so my mum's going to book us tickets to go to next year to Ireland.
Well, lovely to meet you both today. It's great to see the support the college has given to the community at this moment in time. Well done to you all. Now it's time for us to take a break. See you in a minute.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
The Warrington Irish Club, 83 Orford Lane, Warrington. A friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night. tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports shown on the big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and crafts. Pop in for a friendly welcome and to book your event at the Warrington Irish Club, give Frank a call.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Buckhurst Plant Hire, operating nationwide and supplying equipment to the construction, civil engineering and utility industries. Buckhurst is synonymous with quality equipment and excellent service. Call us today.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
Welcome back. Now we're off to Stockport County Football Club to find out about the wonderful donation and the great support that they are giving to the NHS.
Never thought I'd see the day when I can't shake your hand. It's something that I'd love to do, I hope you understand. But there's a war we're fighting, it's breaking all our hearts. That's the reason why we got to stay 6 feet apart.
So when I tell you stay away, I don't mean to offend. It's because I care for you, you know you are my friend.
All of this together, you and I.
Stay at home, stay alive, stay at home.
John, during this coronavirus, how has it affected you here at Stockport County?
It's affected Stockport County massively, unfortunately, as it has with all clubs at our level and even above as well. The biggest issue has been the players not being able to train, not being able to play games, not being involved, not coming down to the ground. We've furloughed staff and players, but what we've decided to do is we don't want people out of pocket, so we've topped up the amount of money that the government gives us to make sure they're not out of pocket and that we're honouring their contracts. But it has been a really challenging time for the football club. And it's come at such a bad time for us as well, because at the time that the virus hit, we were going so well. We had a mid-season takeover, a big injection of cash. Doesn't always work when you get a takeover in the middle of a campaign, but from our perspective, it did work well. Signed some new players towards the end of that transfer window, and yeah, we were on a terrific run towards the end of the season with 7 or 8 games to go. We were confident we'd be in the playoffs. We're currently sitting 7th in that league table, which has been frozen in time now. So yeah, it was a really unfortunate time for it to hit.
Now, the end of the season is coming close. We don't really know exactly where you're going to be or what's happening for next season yet, do we?
There are meetings going on with the National League, and it's a democratic process. They've asked the clubs to vote on how they'd like to see the season ended. It would appear that we're going to go down the road of a points per game, an unweighted points per game ratio, which unfortunately from our perspective we think we probably will miss out. But you know what, we'll come back stronger, as will a lot of clubs at this level. We're quite a robust club. The takeover has come at the right time for us in terms of the injection of cash that we needed, and Stockport County has probably got the wherewithal to see this through. We don't at this stage know when the season's likely to start again. We don't really know that this season's finished yet either, because there could still be some playoffs. So What we've done is we've given the players training programmes that they can work to, so they can do work away from the football club. The players have got individual programmes to work on. They're looking after themselves. They're keeping fit. What's been difficult is right in the midst of all of this, of course, the season. From a contractual point of view, the season has ended, so players were coming to the end of their contract. So what we've done is roll them over month to month to keep those players with us, just on the off chance that there was going to be a playoff campaign at the end of the season.
It's great to see Jim Gannon back here, of course. He's a Stockport man through and through, and he's been really doing well with the team.
Jim Gannon's been probably the saviour for this football club. If you look at his record with Stockport County, nearly 500 games as a player. He's now approaching nearly 500 games as a manager for Stockport County. His record is unsurpassed. If you added all those together, he's the longest serving manager this club's ever had, and I think you can see every time he's been here, success has gone hand in hand with Jim Gannon. So yeah, it's been brilliant to have Jim back, and players have responded to him. His training methods are above and beyond many managers at this level, and I think a lot of the success, people will point to the investment, but I think without Jim Gannon we'd be nowhere near.
Now, during this coronavirus, of course, the NHS have done wonderful work for us all, but you here at Stockport County have supported the NHS really well. Tell me about that.
We decided when the coronavirus struck that we wanted to make a donation to the Stockport NHS Foundation Trust Charitable Fund. So we donated £75,000 right at the outset of the coronavirus, and that was a donation that we felt we wanted to make in recognition not just of the NHS but also all key workers, whether in supermarkets or schools or local authorities. But we followed that donation up as well by donating every penny we've earned through the club shop in April. All that cash has gone to the NHS fund, and next season we're actually going to have the NHS logo on our sleeves, and again there'll be a donation from every shirt we sell next season. We've got a new kit with Puma, so we expect it to be a big seller next season, whichever division we're in, and that NHS logo will be on the sleeve, and we're going to make a further donation right through the season, because this is an ongoing issue, and we want to show our support for the NHS right through the campaign. The kits are available to season ticket holders for pre-order on the 22nd of June, and then at the start of July they'll go on open sale, so that'll be the opportunity for people to buy them. We think they'll be hugely popular with them being a new manufacturer. We think that's going to make a difference. But we know that the money's going to a good cause. It's also, I was asking what the money's going to be used for, and we spoke to the NHS, and we know it's going to hemofiltration devices, which are used when the kidneys pack up. It helps people with renal failure. So it's a genuine. It's a genuine aid to people who've got the coronavirus in the most serious of circumstances. So yeah, we're pleased that it's been used to such good effect. One of the things about Stockport County down the years has been that even going back to the 1990s, we had a chairman called Brendan Elwood, and when Brendan was here, he said to me that no commercial organisation has a right to operate in a community unless it's prepared to put something back into that community. And what I'm delighted about is the new owners here who came in January have seen that ethos through, and they're continuing with that. So I'm really pleased that we're in a position to be able to tell people what we're doing in our community.
Well, John, it's been lovely to meet you today. Well done to Stockport County for supporting the NHS and making such a big donation, and the very best of luck to you and all the team for next season.
Stay home, stay alive, stay home, stay alive.
Okay, of course, since this pandemic started, the public has been out clapping the NHS every Thursday evening. It must have been really heartening to everybody involved in the NHS.
It's amazing. It's amazing the support that people have shown in the community to us, how they've gone out and done that every week. It really warms your heart how much support we've got. Our community here in Stockport has been immense. There's real love for the hospital and the staff, and they just want to support us all, and it's been tremendous.
Now, Stockport County, of course, very early on made you a wonderful donation of £75,000.
Yes, they were the first people in all the pandemic to come up and say, we'd like to give you this money, we really want to help, we want to donate this money towards life-saving equipment at the hospital, and we were blown away by the support that we got for them.
That's really encouraging, isn't it, that a local town will say, a local team like Stockport will come along here and support the NHS.
Absolutely. I would say the thing about Stockport is that the people of Stockport are passionate about their football. They love Stockport County. They've followed them over the years through thick and thin. They're passionate about that, and they're passionate about supporting the local hospital and local healthcare services. So it goes hand in hand, really. It's fantastic.
Now, going forward, of course, Stockport County's new kit next season is going to have the NHS logo on it. And I believe every shirt that they sell, you're going to get a little bit of a donation from it.
And how fantastic's that? We've never had that before. So yes, all those people are out and about around Stockport that all have those shirts on, will have the logo on as a reminder of this time, and it's great, really great. So generous of the club to do that for us, so continuing to raise money.
Yeah. How are you all keeping here at Stepping Hill? How is all the staff, and how are you all coping with this pandemic at the moment?
We have good days and bad days, but on the whole we've been absolutely warmed by the generosity of the support for people throughout the community. There's been so many donations of things like food, people have done fundraising things, discos, car washes. We've just been blown away with the support we've had from all the community. It really does warm your heart what we've seen.
Now, we've seen what Stockport County can do. How important is it for, you know, people to donate, or companies to donate and support the NHS?
Oh, absolutely. There's lots of things, you know, we fundraise for that we do to just add that little bit extra to make the patient journey in our services just that little bit more better. So we're always looking for donations to be able to do that. If people want to continue to donate, we have facilities for that via our website. We've got Just Giving links within our main website from there, but equally if people want to send donations into the hospital here, that's fine too.
Thank you to the NHS and yourself for all the wonderful, wonderful support, the way you've cared for people throughout the country during this pandemic. Well done to you all.
If I tell you stay away, I don't mean to offend. It's because I care for you, you know you are my friend. We're all in this together, you and I. Stay at home, stay alive. Stay at home, stay alive. Stay at home, stay alive. Oh, stay at home, stay alive.
Well done to everyone at Stockport County for that wonderful donation, and we wish them the very best of luck with the new football season. And a big thank you to Nathan Carter and his friends. Hope you enjoyed that. Henry McGlade is back next Thursday evening with his show at 7 o'clock, and we're here with the Irish in the UK at 7:30. Until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.